So, you want to travel more, but it's difficult to convince your friends to go where you want to go, or even to sync up schedules with them. And you're thinking maybe it's time to start traveling solo, but you're a little bit hesitant to do that. Well, hopefully I can convince you to take that first step to exploring your town, your city, your state, your country, maybe even the world. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Lori, and the channel is GlobeTrotterLori. I'm so excited. Welcome to our teaching and learning community that's all about travel. So our goal here is to inspire, to motivate, to share all things travel related. I know you want to get right to the quick tips, so let's just go ahead and get right into these 10 quick tips for solo travel. Tip number 1, be realistic. Start doing little things by yourself. Solo dinner, solo movies. The goal is to go a little bit outside of your own comfort zone. Tip number 2, do your research. Research the culture of your destination. Research the language if necessary. Research the foods that they eat there, their dress, their religious customs. You don't want to offend when you travel to a different culture. So all of those kinds of things. And don't go somewhere where they're eating everything that's made from a pig and you don't eat anything pig related, for example. Okay? So you also want to research the weather so you know what to pack. You want to research the safety of your destination of choice. So go to the CDC website, go to the DOT website, and they will usually give you some information there about if that country is safe to travel at the time that you wish to go there. Tip number 3, book your travel wisely. You don't want to cheap out on the airline. You don't want to cheap out on the hotel or the lodging, because sometimes, especially as a solo traveler, that can be a bit of a wrinkle in your plan, and that can actually negatively influence the experience that you have. So if you're comfortable doing hostels, do hostels, but if you're more comfortable doing resorts or all-inclusives or what have you, then do that. But try to find it in a way that will be friendly to your budget. And this channel is the place to find budget-friendly travel tips. Tip number 4, be sure to schedule your airport transfers ahead of time. This is important if you're traveling by plane, of course, but you want to make sure that you already have everything set up for getting to your lodging destination, so that when you get to the airport, you don't look like a fish out of water and you're automatically, prey for anyone who may be looking for easy prey. But we're going to keep it positive. Tip number 5, you want to book excursions and group activities so you can be amongst other people and not necessarily floundering about by yourself and just maybe sitting in your hotel room the entire time or in your Airbnb or whatever your lodging of choice is. Try to book them ahead of time. Try to book them during the day or during the evening if you wish to do, say, like a bar hopping tour or something like that during the day. If you wish to do like a food tour or some kind of adventure or something like that. You may even make friends along the way, and it's harder to tell that you're by yourself if you are, in a group activity. Tip number 6, safeguard your valuables. You want to make sure that even before you leave your home, that you take pictures and videos of your valuables. You want to have photos of all of the items in your wallet. You want to have photos of all of the items in your purse, all of the items in your luggage. For insurance purposes, for customs purposes, you want to make sure that you have photos of your passport, because what happens if you lose your passport? If you go to the US Customs in another country, then you will need that information. It's easier, it's faster to get over any little hassles that may arise during your trip. Tip number 7, pack minimally. Try to be as light a packer as possible. If you can get away with a handbag, a personal item, a backpack, and a carry-on, a small carry-on suitcase, that is ideal. Think about it. Everywhere you go, you have to travel. Everywhere you go, you have to carry this luggage with you. If you're going to the restroom in the airport, you have to carry this luggage with you. If they change the departure gates all of a sudden on you and you have to run through the airport, hello Atlanta airport, and you have to run through the airport at a sprint to get to the other gate before you miss your connecting flight. If you just have a backpack and a roller bag, it's easier to do so than trying to, shuttle 3-4 things together. The other thing is, if your flights get delayed, canceled, what have you, you're not going to have things that are checked, bags that are checked that are somehow lost all of a sudden, or you get to your destination and your bags don't get to the destination. You don't have any clothes to wear, anything to, any toiletries or any of those things. It's a little bit of a hassle and it puts a little bit of a damper on your trip. So you want your first solo experience to be as pleasant as possible. Tip number 8, trust your instincts. Try not to tell people that you are traveling solo. Try not to geotag. Try not to post on your social media that you're traveling solo or any of those kinds of things. Leave that for later. After you get back, you can post all of your photos, you can post all of your videos, you can have all of the, YOLO Instagram moments with your friends and so forth. If you feel more comfortable sitting at the bar to eat, to have your meal, even if you don't drink, sit at the bar to eat if you're in a destination where it's mostly couples or groups, so that you feel more comfortable. So you're not sitting at a table solo and drawing attention to yourself. You want to be as inconspicuous as possible, again, so that you don't stand out and unnecessarily make yourself a target. Tip number 9, share your location with your in case of emergency contact. As a matter of fact, you should have an ICE person, someone designated ICE. I usually put in parentheses that person's name, and then ICE after their name. So for instance, if you need someone to pick up your phone and call ICE, usually anyone can grab your phone and just tell your digital assistant, Siri or Google or whomever, or Alexa, to call ICE, and it would call that person automatically. Put the information of that individual on your travel documents as well. That's very important. Share your location with that person so that they can see where you are. They can see your geographical location at all times. Touch base with them. Let them know when you're boarding the flight, when you have landed. Try to touch base with them throughout your trip, at least once a day or at certain times of the day, depending on the duration of your trip. And you may want to have more than one ICE individual. Tip number 10, relax and enjoy yourself. Solo travel is supposed to be unencumbered. You're supposed to feel like, okay, I don't have to worry about who wants to eat where, who wants to do what activity, who's not into whatever it is that I'm doing. You should be able to just pick up and go. If you want to be a beach bum for 8 hours, be a beach bum for 8 hours. If you want to sit at the pool and just do nothing but sip Mai Tais, then do that. Just sit at the pool and sip Mai Tais all day. But the important thing is, don't stress out too much. Focus on the positive. What you put out there will be what you get back. Smile, be gracious, try to blend in with the culture wherever you are, and you should be fine. If you've made it this far and you like the content of this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have not already subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe. We would love to have you as a part of this teaching, learning, growing, inspiring community. Now, since this is a teaching and learning community, if you can, head down to the comment bar. Let me know what is your number 1 tip for solo travel. And also, let me know what you would like to see on this channel. I'd like to hear your thoughts about what you would like to see in upcoming videos. We're going to continue this series about solo travel for a few more videos, so be sure to stay tuned. Be sure to hit that notification bell so you know when I upload a new video. But I would like to hear what else you'd like to see. Would you like to come with me on my trips? I do a little bit of a vlog. Would you like to see me pack for my trips? How do I pack minimally for, say, a week-long trip with only a carry-on, or a 2-3 week trip with only a carry-on? It is possible. It can be done. Do you want to see how I book my flights? Because I like to travel quite comfortably when I go different places and stay in nice hotels, because if I live in a nice space, then I want to also stay in a nice space when I travel. So I can give you some of those bougie on a budget travel tips if you'd like. So let me know down in the comments and I can surely oblige you with a video like that. So again, stay tuned for those upcoming videos that will go a little bit deeper into the tips that I gave you in this very brief video, a little bit more about each of those or some of those solo tips because some of them are pretty self-explanatory. Until next time, remember, value experiences over things because travel is the only thing you buy that makes you richer. Thank you so much for watching.